We'll have him out for some time, which is not exactly definitive, but the good news is they are not putting him on IR just yet, so there is some hope he could be back before 4 games go by. He's played before on an ankle sprain before. He also is just known as being one of the toughest guys in the NFL in general, so they are waiting for this week to progress and continue the evaluations on the ankle and see exactly where things are. The 49ers are, of course, preparing for the Rams football from Levi's Stadium this upcoming Monday, a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game. Baseball tonight, the A's are in Southern California facing the Halos at 6:38. The Giants host the Rockies at 6:45. And the Sharks preseason continues tonight. They host the Ducks at 7:30. Center. At the sports desk, Ted Ramey, KCBS.
You may not know it, but the equity in your home can provide you with cash when you need it most. Whether you're looking to consolidate debt or cover a major renovation, a home equity line of credit or cash out refinance from Fremont Bank may be a great choice for you. With increased home values, now may be the right time to give us a call to find out how your home's equity can work for you. Visit FremontBank.com or call 866-992-INFO today. NMLS number 478471, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
If you have a small business, Staples has your sign.
Banners for my bakery?
Staples has your sign.
Oh, posters for my new pet store.
Or decals for a pharmacy. Every day, small business create bold signs to make big impressions. And now get $10 off custom signs, banners, and posters when you spend $50 or more. This is your sign, so print it big at Staples. Ends 10-1. Visit staplesconnect.com/thisisyoursign for details.
Chris Cuomo is back with a new show on a new network. Cuomo premieres on News Nation Monday, October 3rd at 5 p.m. Pacific. To find News Nation on your television provider, go to newsnation.com/join us.
KCBS News Time 8:18. 6-day forecast is coming up, but let's check those roads first with Kim Wonderly. All right, we're taking a look now at traffic through the South Bay, seeing that traffic on North 101 is filled in quite a bit. So northbound 101, as you come a little bit north of Blossom Hill, you're going to see the brake lights in front. But it's reliably slow, let's put it that way, out to Tully. More slow traffic from Story Road up to about Oakland Road, and then a third stretch as you approach Highway 87. That part is stop and go until you get past Trimble Road. 280 is also slow from downtown, so right from the get-go, right as you pass the 101 interchange on North 280, it's on again, off again, brake lights, Chilton Out-of-Body Collision can see that loosens up once you get north of the 17th split, and then the rest of the way to the Cupertino side, you're actually in pretty. We're looking at traffic on Highway 4. That's actually improved, although still slow from Railroad Avenue out to about Willow Pass. As for the Bay Area bridges, we're looking at the Richmond. Keeps shrinking just incrementally, so the commute's easing a bit. We're no longer backed up solid to Harbor. It's midway between Harbor and Canal Boulevard to the Toll Plaza. Your Bay Bridge backup does extend through the maze, especially on the 580 approach, which is sluggish from Highway 24 out to the metering lights. And you can check on Twitter. We're there at KCBS AM/FM Traffic. Your next update, 8:28 on the traffic leader, Mancini Sleep World 6-day forecast now. Receive 3 free gifts with a qualifying mattress purchase now at Mancini Sleep World. Jessica Birch joins us from the KPIX 5 Weather Center.
Hey, good morning. Daytime highs today are sitting right around average along our coastline. A little bit warmer off in those east inland hills, and no matter where you live in our microclimates, we will warm up as we head into mid portions of this week. But let's talk about that warm up. In San Francisco, getting into the upper 60s. We'll expect mid 70s just by Thursday and Friday, and a very down into San Jose's sitting in the upper 70s, mid 80s just by Thursday and Friday too. As for our friends all the way off in the inland East Bay, you guys always have to brag with your warm temperatures. We're sitting in the upper, actually mid 80s today, 84 this afternoon in our inland East Bay. We'll expect upper 80s, lower 90s by Thursday and Friday, and that's also the case for our friends up in the North Bay. Don't worry though, this midweek warm-up comes to an end as we head on Friday. Once we head into the weekend, actually, we'll go right back down to average with partly cloudy skies, returning turning into the forecast. This is all due to high pressure building its way in and then pushing its way out as we wrap up this weekend and head into next work week. We'll get right back down to average too. We'll keep you updated here in the Weather Center, but for now, I'm meteorologist Jessica Birch with your KCBS KPX 5 for Solar Forecast.
We've got traffic and weather together on the 8th on KCBS. KCBS News Time 8:21. Hurricane Ian hit Cuba early this morning as a Category 3 storm. It's growing in strength and is headed for Florida next. For more on this, we're joined on the KCBS Ring Central Newsline by the Mayor of Key West, Terry Johnston. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes to talk to us. We understand the storm is supposed to pass west of the Florida Keys today. What does that mean for Key West, and how is your city preparing?
Well, we started seeing the effects of hurricane last night. In fact, we were under a tornado watch for about an hour and a half. We expect to be under tornado watches until 5 o'clock tomorrow night. We're going to see localized flooding. We're going to see some storm surge. We will have power outages, and we are getting some windy squalls right now from the early effects of Ian. But we are prepared. We've been preparing for the last 2 days. You know, if there's anything good about a hurricane, is that it gives you a little time to prepare. So our citizens have been out. They've been putting up their hurricane shutters. They've been making sure that there's no items in their front yards that could flying debris in high winds. We've been cleaning out our stormwater drains to make sure that once we take on water on our island, we're able to drain it off quickly. We have opened up a hurricane evacuation shelter here in the city of Key West, particularly for our most vulnerable citizens, which are our liveaboards, because we closed our harbor last night at 10 o'clock, and also those that are in trailers and RVs. We certainly would like to encourage them to join us at our hurricane shelter. So we have been preparing for this for the last 2 days, and we are buttoning down and we are sheltering in place.
Is there anything particular? You mentioned, tornado warnings, you mentioned potential power outages, localized flooding. Is there anything in particular you are most concerned about?
Yes, and that's storm surge. The city of Key West has built to 180 miles an hour, and we have for years. So we're well prepared for the wind. But water is an incredible, powerful force. It just does. We saw the effects of that in Hurricane Wilma in 2007, and certainly got some of that in Hurricane Irma in 2017, and that's what we're anticipating. Certainly Key West is going to see 2 to 4 feet of storm surge, and that's with king tides. And king tides actually take us up a foot above normal tides, just being in this lunar cycle. So we are very concerned about water. We are more concerned about our Floridians up the coast in Tampa Bay area, because they're anticipating about 10 feet of storm surge, and it's an incredible. People need to really pay attention to and take seriously.
All right. Well, we thank you very much for talking to us. Terry Johnston is the mayor of Key West, Florida. KCBS News Time 8:25. We are on to the Money Watch now with Jason Brooks, who's talking about changes underway in the housing market.
Melissa, home price growth continues to slow down after meteoric growth in recent years. The S&P Case-Shiller July Price Index was up just under 16%. In June, biggest slowdown between 2 months in the history of the index. All top 20 markets saw weaker gains in July. San Francisco Bay Area prices were up 10.8% in July from a year earlier. Percent gain in June, with Bay Area prices falling 3.5% in July from June, the biggest monthly decline out of the top 20 markets, followed by Seattle at just over 3%. Stock market is rallying after a 5-session losing streak, with the Dow tumbling to its lowest level of 20. Getting a bit of help today as interest rates and the dollar ease a bit lower after spiking over the past week. Dow's up 110 points, NASDAQ gaining 112, S&P higher. Watch Jason Brooks, KCBS.
Who wants to talk about low testosterone and ED? How about impotence? Anyone? Of course not. But guys, it's time we had an open conversation about it. This is not just an old guy's problem, and it doesn't have to be a problem at all. I get it. It's not a fun combo. Unnecessary suffering, embarrassment, or low self-esteem. These conditions are treatable. Listen to Dr. from for just $99. Learn more at PrimeMailMedical.com or call 415-761-4037. That's 415-761-4037.
I'm Liam May from KCBS Foodie Chef at the Societe Cafe and Bar. Every chef has mentors. How important was Chef Xavier in your career?
Chef Xavier, what name?
Petit Bum.
Yeah, so he took care of me. He took me under his arm for 2 years in Half Moon Bay and then sent me to Gisaba.
Yeah.
And I did open there in Vegas. And then from there, after 2 years, I was thinking it was time to move. So I had the opportunity to go to Robuchon, Vegas at the mansion. So I did that. And then after 5 years being in Vegas, I started my abroad extravaganza.
On Chef Alex at KCBSRadio.com and click on Foodie Chef. Foodie Chef is presented by Trimark, partnering with restaurateurs in Northern California. Over 55 years, Trimark brings you innovative product solutions.